Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Sunday Coffee with OTRAMM. This is the video where we kind of do the weekly update of what's going on at the shop, news, upcoming exciting things, viewer mail, that kind of thing. So I guess super awesome thing to start out with. We had 2 subscribers on our Patreon page. So I'd really like to thank them. And if you'd like to help support the channel, see our Patreon link down in the description below. I also finally got around to doing logo t-shirts. A couple people on the live chat had asked if we had them, and I'd been lazy and hadn't gotten around to doing them. So I finally got those done, and those are up on Store Frontier. Also a link below in the description for those. We only really worked on 2 trucks this week, so it's a little bit short on footage for those. I didn't film a lot. We were rushing. I'm out most of next week. I'll be at the FabTech show in Atlanta, so there will be no Tuesday chat this coming week because I don't really want to tote everything down to Atlanta with me. But I will be at the super awesome tool show, and I will be filming and taking pictures. So if there's anything you guys have particular interest in, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to make it by that booth and check out information, get video, pictures, whatever. I want to say there's like 3,000 exhibitors coming, so it's going to be a huge show. Me and a buddy of mine are meeting up to go through and check everything out. So yeah, be at FabTech Atlanta. I get down there Monday night, so I'll be at the show Tuesday and Wednesday. And if you happen to be at the show, look me up, because yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, so I think that's all the real news. Oh, the other news, people in the comments have been asking for parts lists to some of the videos, like the timing belt video and the oil pump cover O-ring video in particular. So I went and added, if you go down in the description of those videos, there's a link to our website, and I did parts lists and links to Amazon for the parts on our website. So yeah, if you're looking for the parts or looking for the tools that we use in the videos, they're linked out on our website now. And I still need to add a few more links, but I've got the majority of it in there. And we do make a small commission on parts ordered through those links. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra, but Amazon gives us a bit of a kickback for feeding the sales their way. So anyway, I guess that's it and enough of me rambling. So let me get into the videos for this week. So I've been slacking on updates this week, but I've been working on the 80 rear bumper. I got the inside gusseted and the end caps on, and got more of the outside ground, and started working on latches. And then we got a lot more done on this 80 series, so I figured I'd give you an actual walk around on this one, because we've done a ton of work on it. We've done head gasket rebuild and put the TRD supercharger on it, and this week we put one of the water to air intercoolers, and then he's done a ton of dual battery wiring and stuff like that, with extra distribution blocks. And we stuck this fuse block, relay block back here to run the pump and the fans for the intercooler. So he's got, all the normal oil leaks have been fixed, head rebuilt, and now it's supercharged and intercooled. And then he's got, front bumper. And we did full slinky suspension with caster plates and everything on the front, rebuilt the knuckles. He's got the terrain tamer drilled and slotted, rotors front and rear, sleeve sliders. We did the low-range transfer case gears a few months ago, and we just got in the underdrive high-range gears today to put in. He's got one of Trail Taylor's cross members and skid plates under there, but it's hard to see. Sorry, I don't have my light out. And then, more slinky setup out here in the back. And we did the Yoda Tech gull wings. He's got, his air compressor in here. Shelves. Oops. Tailgate sticky. Drifted drawers. And then I think that's Hurricane Fabrication tailgate panel. And he's got, his CB wired up here on the Yoda Tech mounts. He's got the prototype for our stainless exhaust and one of the long-range automotive auxiliary fuel tanks that we did a skid plate for. So yeah, this thing is really set up. Really nice truck, and he's got the roof rack. And this is the truck, the rear bumper's going on. So yeah, really, really well-built truck. Really nice shape. I really, really like this truck and like working on it. And the other project of the week, completely opposite end of the spectrum, is an actual barn find 40. Customer found this one locally. It'd been sitting in a barn for 13 years. When he brought it to us, there wasn't an oil pan on it, no carb, no distributor. So we've been slowly bringing it back to life. We did, troll hole carburetor, and then a DUI distributor because the ignition was just hacked to pieces on this. And we had, I think it had a Holley carb on it. We took all that off when we did the troll hole, and he had to find the factory linkage for the fuel pedal, gas pedal. And then this week, we've been rebuilding the knuckles, rebuilt the knuckles, new disc brakes, new pads, new calipers, new tie rod ends. We used Terrain Tamer knuckle rebuild kit, the Terrain Tamer tie rod end kit, and also the Terrain Tamer center arm rebuild kit. So now this thing will actually steer and stop, and it runs. It's got kind of a weird knock right now, so we're not quite sure what that's about. We've got good oil pressure, so we need to tear into it and see why it's knocking. But this afternoon was the first time it's actually really run long enough to know what's going on with it. You can see it's had some kind of super awesome racing modifications done here on the air filter housing. Yeah, this thing is pretty sweet. But it's coming back to life. And then we've got our 3FE that we pulled out of the parts washer, laying unceremoniously on the floor. We got to get that back up on the stand so we can finish cleaning and painting that. And then we had another H55F come in earlier this week. This one's going in an FJ60. We're going to put this in, rebuild the T-case, clutch, rear main seal, all that jazz. And just ordered another H55F for another guy. He's going to put it in a 40 with a split case, similar to the one we've got built up here. Please excuse the mess on the workbench. I don't have a good fab table, so everything's just been kind of getting tossed everywhere while I work on the bumper. But yeah, that's pretty much all we've gone through this week. It's mostly been working on this Green 80 and the Barn Find 40. I got a few time-lapse videos of me working on the bumper and doing some machine work that I'll patch in here. So here's just a quick time-lapse of me setting up the patterns for making the gussets on the inside of the wings tracing them out onto some steel, then, plasma cutting them out. I really like this welding table for just being able to clamp stuff to it. It makes it super easy for cutting, grinding, setting up everything. Grinding the plasma cut edges down so I can get the fit right. And we'll tack that in so we can go ahead and make the end piece. And then on here I didn't even bother doing a template. I just hold the piece of steel up there and trace it. And then we'll tack that into place and weld the gusset in. And I'm just jumping around to try to keep it from warping. And then jump over here to the mill. Starting to do the end cap / latch mount for the latch. It's going to hold the two swing arms closed. And please excuse the really low quality clamp. I broke my mill vise. It was a really cheap Chinese one, and the mounting bolt's all stripped out of it, and I haven't fixed it yet, so I threw the drill press on there so I could get this done. But I'm just milling the shape of the latch out, roughing it out with a roughing in mill. And this thing is old and sticky, so the hand wheels aren't real smooth to use. But it gets the job done until I get a better mill. And I'm over here just test fitting to make sure the latch is going to fit. Needs a little bit more taken off. And I've switched over to a round over end mill so I can do a nice smooth radius in the bottom of the cuts. And all the measurement dials are worn off this mill, so it's just kind of eyeball everything. Okay, so there's a glimpse into what went down at the shop this week. Any questions? Leave them in the comments below. You need any more info on anything? I'll be happy to answer questions. Hopefully you found that entertaining. If you did, please remember to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out our Patreon link down in the description below. I'll catch you next week. Thanks for tuning in.